Losing somebody or something close to you is one of the most hardest things in life. And we all deal with it in different ways. There's never a right way or a wrong way. I'm Rob from So Far So Good, and this is a story about a man and his dog. This is a bit of a different video than I usually do. But 6 months ago, I lost my best mate, Peppa, my wee dog. I'm still finding myself grieving, and I'm wanting to talk about it. And I want to talk about it with you. Not just about him, but about grief in general and how we all navigate through it. He came into my life about a year after coming out of hospital. I rehabilitated and was feeling better about myself, but I was lacking something. I needed something or somebody to help motivate me to stay fit, to keep myself together. And we decided to get a dog. Now, he wasn't much of a dog as far as dogs go. He was a bitzer. He was what they call here a boar and fox, which is a cross between a Jack Russell and a fox terrier. And wee Peppa was born without a tail. So he was a bit of a runt from the litter, but that didn't stop us. Just a word of advice. Don't take kids when you're looking for puppies. It's a bad mixture. You're going to regret it, or not. He just helped me through so much. When I needed it, he was there. And I miss him dearly. I still do. He was 13 and a half when I had to make the decision for euthanasia. I mean, at the beginning of last year, he was still okay. He was old, he was tired, and he would sleep a lot. But then around June, just after my birthday, he started going off his food. He'd gone deaf, and he started to go blind. So he was really, and he had bad arthritis too, and that didn't help him at all. And he just stopped eating. Even the yummy things that I had to hand feed him. These little bits, just a couple of handfuls of meat or pate, or anything to get him some energy into him, but even that stopped. But it came the time that I had to make that decision. It took me time to process it. I didn't like the idea of having to play God with him. At night he slept by our bed, and I had to carry him upstairs and I had to carry him downstairs. And I just hoped one night I would wake up and he had fallen asleep and died. But he's too strong. His heart was strong. His will to be with me was strong. But it came to that. I mean, I had to carry him out to go to the toilet. Had to carry him back in. And the last 6 weeks, I never left the house, virtually. I stayed with him and nursed him until I had to make that decision. And then I did. We did it at home. I didn't want to put him through stress by taking him to the vets. So they came here, which was great, and a lovely vet. She was really, really kind and gentle, and she took her time. She didn't rush us. And we euthanized him. And now he's buried in the garden, which is good. And every morning I have a wee chat with him. And it's taken this long for me to actually express it. Oh, people say, oh, you can just get another dog. But it's not that easy. He was more than a dog. He was my mate. You just can't go out and replace someone like that. You know, he was so important to me and the family. But I'm getting to the stage where I feel that I'm ready for another dog. But we've got visitors coming over the summer, so if I do that, that'll be later on in the year. So watch this channel. But grief is a strange thing. It's unpredictable some days. I smile when I think about him. Other days I feel pain. Some days I have a wee cry. Grief affects us all in different ways. There's no right way. I'm sure you know that. I mean, at our age, we've experienced grief at some stage or at some point in our lives. I mean, for me, this grief, when Peppa died, it brought up when my mother died, when my brother died, when my uncle died. You know, it brings up all those emotions and all those feelings you had when you lost someone important in your life that meant something. But we all process it differently. Some people find it comforting in sharing stories. Now, for me, talking to you about this is it's lifting for me, and that's important. I mean, I've already only talked to people around my friends. Well, and some of them just don't understand because they haven't had a dog. And that my kids are the same. They're very upset about it when he died. And just 4 or 5 months before Peppa died, we lost our cat, Billy. She was 18 years old, and we had to euthanize her too. And that was another devastating loss in our family, because they were part of our family. They'd grown up with the kids. But Peppa was mine. He was my shadow. But I mean, when you've experienced, I'm sure you've experienced grief. And for me, making this video is a way of talking about it, to keep his memory alive for me, and to let others know that they're not alone, you know, and to think that, you know, don't keep it to yourself. If it's hurting you, try and talk about it with somebody. Share those emotions, I think is important. But if you're grieving, whether it's a pet, a loved one, or even a version of yourself, something that, you know, my wife works with people who are blind or going blind, and she's talking about grief all the time, the loss of something, these people losing their eyesight, and coming to terms with that. There's a lot of pain there, and what is your life going to be like moving forward? But like I said, it's okay to feel sad, it's okay to be angry, it's okay to have whatever emotion you have when you're grieving, and let it out. But, you know, and it takes time to get over it. And I mean, getting over is a funny word. I think it's just part of life, and we all will experience it. And we all have experienced it. And I'd like to know how you've experienced, whether it's a pet or a loved one or something yourself that you're grieving over. And let's work together in this community we're developing, and share our experiences. Grief is just love that has nowhere to go. Thank you for being here. It means a lot to me. Take care, and till next time. Bye.